By God, we're back with new action figure surgery. Clap it up in the comment section. W's in the comment section, man. Let's freaking go. Dr. Whiteicus back at it, man. And we have some absolute bangers here today that I'm excited to get into with you. And I think it's going to be pretty damn epic, man. A lot of fix-ups here that are, some are, I don't know, we're going to be doing some Frankenstein efforts, which I always appreciate. If you guys don't know what action figure surgery is, basically, this is going to be a customizing episode where we take my WWE action figures, possibly combine 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them sometimes, and create brand new fix-ups or custom action figures to, you know, spice up the WWE action figure collection that I own. You know, it's been a staple of the channel for a while, over 100 episodes you can check out on the channel, and I want to put this out there, man. I had this Ultimate Edition RVD. I want to use this. I found this in my parts bin. This is a completely functional figure. We could make a lot of different guys out of this. If you guys have any ideas, I don't really want to make it RVD. I want to make it somebody else, so I don't know. Let me know what you think, man. You got kind of the smaller build arms here. There's some potential. There's some potential, so we got to figure out what we can do with this guy, so let me know if you have any ideas, but let's get into it, man. We have a lot of stuff here, and we have a lot of, like, I don't know, these are not going to be easy things to do. This is going to be kind of, we got some paint involved, we got a lot of stuff going on, man, but we have to start off with the guy on the stretcher. So what we have here is Elite Series 122 Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, the reason this figure is important is because this is one of the greatest Stone Cold Elites of all time. You might be thinking, why is this figure so good? Well, I've reviewed it, I've talked about it. This figure has an epic formula, and it's because this figure on the right over here, this is the original Monday Night War Stone Cold from Series 4, I think, but this figure is this figure, but with bigger shoulders and arms, which better represents Stone Cold Steve Austin. Something I've wanted forever was more Jorts Austins. Talked about it multiple times on the channel, on my multiple social media pages, and we finally have started to get some, and so what we're going to be doing is using a bunch of these Stone Colds to create brand new Stone Colds. This is when Stone Cold got arrested one of the times, and we're going to put this shirt over here. However, that is not the end of it. There's a lot here, so just buckle up. This shirt will go here. This shirt will actually go onto this Jeans Austin over here. So the jersey, the baseball jersey, which I waited forever from Mattel for, we're going to take kind of like a shirt swap. So this shirt will go in the garbage, probably in my crowd, to be honest. It's a very old shirt. It's from like 2010, 2011. Very old shirt. Mattel, you can tell. It looks like it's going to fall in half. This jersey will go over here. This shirt will go over here. This guy is going to be shirtless, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. But from left to right, we're going to put the camo hat, the baseball jersey, and this jacket onto this Austin to create Austin getting run over by Rikishi or Triple H, or The Rock, or whatever you want to say, right? We're going to have Getting Run Over Stone Cold fix-up. That's going to be this figure over here. In the middle will become an upgraded version of this figure, which is Austin getting arrested, right? So it'll be the upgraded formula. So we got to take the knee braces and the knee pads off this guy. And this guy will be headless and shirtless. So you're probably thinking, and I'm taking his watch too. I'm taking your watch, big dog. You're probably thinking, what are you going to do with this third Austin? Well, we're going to be putting this ECW white shirt on there. And you're like, why the hell would you do that? Because we're going to make a promo Rob Van Dam figure over here. And you're like, what do you mean a promo Rob Van Dam? So back in the day, RVD used to wear shorts and stuff on WWE television, if you've ever seen it. But this is going to be kind of a promo gear. So he's going to have short boots. He's going to have the black jorts. He's going to have the ECW shirt. And we're going to switch out his hands for the RVD signature hands with no tape. So it'll kind of be like a backstage promo attire RVD. And we're going to put this smiling head sculpt on there. We're also going to have to remove his tattoo right here. So that'll be pretty cool. Because I'm no longer, whoever this is, even if it wasn't RVD in the future, it's not going to be Stone Cold because I don't like this formula. You guys know I have to improve the figure in some way, so we're going to be doing that. That's for these 3 figures. Kind of a makeshift, you know, do it all sort of deal here, but it's going to be sick. When we fix all that up, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to do so. I think that's going to be epic. Also, next thing, we're also going to be taking this Stone Cold, which is one of my Ultimate Editions. I have a lot of these. So one of the braces that we're taking off that Elite 122, we're going to put over here. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. I'm trying to make a 2001 Royal Rumble Stone Cold. And so what we're going to do to make that, one of my all-time favorite WWE, WWF moments is when in the 2001 Royal Rumble, which is probably my favorite Royal Rumble of all time, The Rock and Stone Cold are across the ring in either corner. They're both beat to hell. It's the middle of the Royal Rumble, or it's near the end of the Royal Rumble at this point. And Stone Cold, it's one of the biggest aura moments of all time too. He sits up in the corner and he's got the crimson mask on. He is pissed off. He's looking at the Rock. And he's kind of making this face right here, man. And this head sculpt kind of looks off to the left and right. This one I found in my extra heads is looking straight on. I'm going to put blood on this, and we're going to make that moment of Stone Cold. It's something I've wanted from Mattel for a long time, and they pretty much have given us the expression. It's very close to the expression, so we're going to add blood to this head sculpt, and I think it's going to be sick as hell. I cannot wait for this. Even if we can't necessarily, you know, he had blood on his arms and his body a little bit. He had the white wrap around his knee over here, which we'll probably have to do at a later date. I'm not entirely sold on what I can do to fix that. There's probably a way, I just haven't figured it out just yet. I might put like a very, very thin cloth under there at some point, or we'll figure it out, but I think that is going to make this look incredible. So we are going to make that Bloody Austin. We're also going to turn this Randy Orton into a bald psychopath Randy Orton. So we're going to switch the head, switch the hands, take off the rib tattoo right here, take off the logos on his knee pads, and make a bald psychopath Randy Orton figure. We're going to use one of BEW's head sculpts and make it up. It's going to look sick. We're also going to be possibly painting this China head sculpt, which adding lipstick to this China figure is a little sus, but I'm going to look at it. We may not do this today, but I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at possibly painting this face sculpt and making it look a lot better. So we'll see about that one. I also saw this really sick fix-up from Lucian Figs, where he took this Cody Rhodes, and I unboxed a brand new sealed Mattel Creations Cody to make this figure possible. So I'm going to plug in the clip. I even filmed myself breaking the seal and cracking this figure open to make the fix-up we're going to make of this figure today. So you can stay tuned for that. Yeah, I did some stuff. I did some stuff for this video, man. We're also going to be putting a custom head sculpt and getting this mark off of this Brock Lesnar over here. So you guys can see it's all kind of beat up. So the Ultimate Brock, we're going to be fixing him up. And at the time you're seeing this, it's Royal Rumble Saturday, man. Should be fun. Hopefully the Tribal Chief can get it done, or Finn Balor. We're also going to be switching the knee pad on this Triple H. I hate how the knee brace comes undone right here, man. It will not connect. So we're going to switch out this Kurt Angle knee pad over here. I'm going to leave this one. Even though these are the right size, the knee brace won't buckle. And so it pisses me off. So we're going to fix that. And last but not least, if we have enough time, we're going to come over here and we are going to put the right vest on this SummerSlam Elite Stone Cold. This is the brand new SummerSlam Elite. We're going to put the right vest on there, and we're going to paint up the vest to make it accurate. So I think over here, this snake's supposed to have red eyes in there, and then I think it's supposed to have 316 across the top, I believe. Regardless if we paint it, we're putting this vest over here to make the figure accurate. But anyway, let's get into the surgery. All right, man, first order of business, I am going to do things a little bit different, man. We're not going to try and get everything in one swoop, and I'm trying to think, is there a ton of swapping off the top of the dome? I don't think so. So what we're going to do is just take kind of one project at a time, I think. So what I'm going to do is hit this Triple H with, I got to take this boot off and then slide this all off, and then we're going to slide this on and then see if it connects. I just think that this knee brace will not connect very well because of this larger knee pad, and that's just the way it is. My trusty hair dye are going to have to freaking knock some dust off, man. Dude's been doing nothing. Hopefully that will be enough here, man. Think of how sensitive my fingers are going to be, man. Haven't done this in a while. That's what they all say. We're going to slide this knee pad off. And not that, again, this knee pad sculpt is nice. You know, Grayson Waller. Oh, shit. That just gave me an excellent idea. Hold up. Or is his black? Does he come with white knee pads? Hold up. Let me cook. No! Damn. I was thinking that this Grayson Waller would have white knee pads, and then I could put this knee pad onto the Austin to create the wrap. Damn, that would have been sick. Didn't work. Maybe somebody out there, there may be somebody out there that has those molded in white, but I don't think so off the top of my dome. There you go, you got naked knees Triple H, which is that's probably more terrifying than a goddamn Benadryl sleep paralysis demon. So let's slide this on, and I think this would work better if you have this on here, and then you slide the knee pad on like this, and surely I swear to God, if the boot doesn't just go back on, so we're going to slide this knee pad on right here, and I think this is going to do the trick, and if it doesn't do the trick, well then, by God almighty. Yeah, dude, what the hell is going on over here? Things are just falling. I gotta get this damn video up before the Royal Rumble. I think this is how it goes, and then it slides on like that. You can slide that up. Dude, this is gonna work way better. I think it's a little bit too flimsy though, so we may have to check in at the end, but I think that's actually gonna do the job. Take a look at it. Yeah, man, that just looks better to me, and I think that the knee brace is going to actually connect. I may glue that bitch. I'm not even kidding. I don't even care, son. I can't stand that. We need some new Triple H head sculpts. Dang. All right, move on to the next project. So for our next bit of business, let's get into it, man. We have this Stone Cold. Again, we're kind of doing a three-way trade here. So we do need to remove this shirt. If this has stained this figure... I'm going to leave a brown stain in my effing pants. Let's take this off. Oh, it actually didn't stain. I've seen some get some staining, but I think this is going to work for Rob Van Dam, man. I really do. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I am going to yeet your watch right here, though. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put that. I have a designated area for my watches, and that is the coffee table of our GM's office. It just works nice, but we're going to take this off there. That looks pretty damn good. I'm going to go ahead and take the hands out, because I think this is going to work pretty damn good right here. All we have to do now is remove that tattoo right there, which we could possibly do in a moment, but what I want to do first is pop this RVD head sculpt on here, make sure it's going to fit well. Oh, dude, that's actually not bad right there. Dude, I might have just cooked up something, man. I might have just cooked.
You're not cooking.
I might have just absolutely crushed it right here. I want to say I saw somebody do something similar. It wasn't this fix-up, but it was very similar. Look at that, dude. But I want to say it was, again, something very, very similar. But I cannot remember who did it. I don't remember what parts they used. But I was, you know, in the lab cooking up some different things. And if I use somebody's idea, I usually plug them. At least I try to remember to do so. But in this specific case, I think this is going to work out pretty damn good, man. So we will take a look at RVD at the end there with our promo gear. Might have to do something with the back of the shirt. Shirt may be a little too big because I think that shirt was going on what? The damn Sandman? But we also need to take the tattoo off right here. So we'll do it when we remove paint for some other figures, we'll bring RVD back in. So I'm not going to put him in the completed column. We're going to put him in the work in progress column over here. We will solve that issue when we get to it. Now we're going to get into putting this shirt onto the other figures here to complete this trifecta. So what we're going to do is take our Elite 122. We're going to take off this. I think this watch is staying here. I do believe. I'm going to take the pointer finger out. We're going to put these accessories off to the side with our extras. We're going to put this mic holding hand in here. We're going to remove the jersey. Now, as far as the necklace can probably... I don't know if I want the necklace to go on the getting run over figure or a different one. He was wearing the necklace when he got ran over, so I guess we could pop that off. I am going to pop that off there. Look at that right there. We do need to pop this stuff off because this knee brace has to go on our other Austin. So let's put this up here so we don't ruin anything. Put all this shish up here. I need to heat up these boots. Yeah, I need to heat up these boots so I can get this knee brace and these knee pads off. Alright, man, that should do the trick right there. And again, you're just going to pop these off. Back in the day, man, these boots right here were pretty annoying to get off, but I think this is going to do the trick if we just slide this up here. Now we'll have some more knee pads for the future. We'll have well, we won't have an extra knee brace, but we will have an extra knee pad. What I should have done is just use this knee pad for the Triple H. I mean, it's the same knee pad. It's just I would have, you know, been more resourceful instead of going and get one out of the bin or the little storage unit box. Probably could have worked, but all right, we're going to put this knee brace onto the 2001 Rumble Austin, and then we're going to remove this knee pad for another day. Slowly but surely get that knee pad off. All right, now we do need to put these boots back on. Hopefully that will not be a difficult task. It will not be, so that's terrific. All right, now we got to put our shirt onto this figure, and that will be this one. People always ask me how I get these shirts on. I literally put it on like an actual shirt. It's really the only way that I've found to do it easy. Like tuck both arms in there, push the head up in there, and then you just finagle it, and look at that right there. Then you got a beefier Austin formula, and then we're going to put this laughing head sculpt on there because he's going to get taken away in cuffs, and I think that looks sick as hell. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but there you go. So he can go in the completed spot. So much better. So then that takes us into our Monday Night Wars Austin. So what this is the Monday Night Wars Series 1 Austin, which was a great figure. Now, one thing I will say, I do want to see a jeans Austin. Now, specifically, I want to see them upgrade the jeans sculpt. I've talked about this on the channel. I think that these jeans look ugly. The denim is also very stiff. I want to see a better, more fitting jean moving forward for Stone Cold. And if they gave him, you know, bigger shoulders and arms plus updated sculpt, then I will fix that at a later date. But for this figure specifically, where he gets run over, which was a huge moment, I'm going to be using a different head sculpt. I don't really care for that head sculpt. We're going to be using the angry head sculpt because I think it looks nice. You know, he's not going to be too fond of getting hit by a vehicle.
Good God Almighty!
so that makes sense. You got shirtless Austin there. We're going to put the baseball jersey on here, which I think, again, is going to look sick. But then, I don't really care for that choke slamming hand. I'm going to switch this out for 2 fists. I have another fist sitting here, so we'll put that on. So then, this looks good, right? Then, he had the baseball jersey on, but then, this is why the shoulders and arms don't bother me, because he's going to have so many damn clothes on here that it's going to fit nicely. So it's going to give it that baggy look. It's not going to really have an impact on his shirt, the way he looks. It's actually going to look quite nice, I think. So we're going to put this camo jacket over this jersey, and look at this. Now, all we have to do is add the camo hat, and bam, we have Austin getting run over. Look at that. Defining moment, kind of. Good God Almighty! That's pretty sick. Alrighty, now this is the shirt I was talking about, dude. Look how terrible this shirt looks, man. I mean, it's all we had back in the day. You can see the flailness and the way it curls up. Come a long way, man. Come a long way, but put that over there in the extra garbage. Now, we're moving into our Randall Keith. Now, for this Randall Keith, we're gonna remove this. We're gonna remove the logos from the knee pads, and while we're doing this, we might as well remove the tattoo from this RVD right here on the leg. So we will knock that out together. And I guess, we're not gonna be, I mean, we might as well. We might as well do it. While we're doing that, we'll go ahead and knock off the chest marks right here on this Brock Lesnar, and we'll switch the head sculpt. So we're going to switch the hands and head on here, do some acetone. All right, let's kick it over there, and let's acetone some of this stuff. All right, man, so this is what we're doing. We're using this clear nail polish to take off paint from torsos. You do not use this on torsos. Do not use this on crotches or torsos. You want to use clear nail polish on torsos and upper arms and crotches, and then you use the 100% acetone to take care of knee pads, legs, arms, head sculpts, things like that. It's the only way to do it. I'm just telling you right now so you don't burn and eat the plastic up and ruin your figures. It's the only way to do it. But you just hit these knee pads with a little bit of acetone at the end of a Q-tip. Very simple process, very quick and easy. Just use a handful of them. Same thing with the tattoo here on the leg of the Stone Cold Elite. You just, over and over, it's just a simple process, man. Not too much, not too little. Just dab it in there, and then slowly but surely use different Q-tips. You know, if you keep applying with the same Q-tip, you will continue to rub paint all over it, so you want to get a fresh Q-tip every single time. Very simple process, though. You just dip it in there. It's very quick and easy, but again, you want to use the clear nail polish on the torso or the crotch piece, and then use 100% acetone when you're doing limbs, boots, arms, head sculpts, things like that. It's 2 different types of plastic, and that's why you get that eating effect that you do not want. I'm just telling you right now, but just wanted to put that in there as we go. But here, you know, we're just slowly but surely knocking these things out and chipping away at this paint and things. But I didn't want to really get the Brock Lesnar on camera because I was afraid that I would get the tattoo itself and rub it off the chest, and that's not what we wanted. This was not the Randy Orton scenario. We wanted to do things a little bit differently. All right, man, so here's our Randy Orton after getting the tattoo off, getting the logos off of the knee pads. Not too bad right there. And then here's Brock Lesnar. Again, did not record that just because it was so close to the tattoo. I wanted to be very careful with that, but we did get the marks off there, and it may not have, you know, if you get a scuff on a figure, you don't always have to use the nail polish remover or the acetone or any of that, or the clear nail polish to get that off. Sometimes just a towel and some water, maybe some soap, you could possibly scrub that off. So that's one of those scenarios. But we're going to pop this head sculpt off of this Ultimate Edition right here, and we're going to put on one of the custom head sculpts from BEW, and we're going to put this updated Brock head sculpt on here, and I think this looks very damn good. So there you go. Look at that. That looks absolutely insane. So we will put Brock down here. Happy to finally get that mark off there, man. I've been putting that off for a while. You know, it is what it is, and I think that works out great. But here is Randall Keith, and all we're going to do here is we're going to pop this head sculpt off. We're going to, and I don't know, I'll put a link to BEW's store down below. You can go over there if you want to, but we're going to put this head sculpt on here. So look at that right there. He looks like a menace to society. And then we're going to take it one step further. We're going to replace the hands with some non-taped hands. And I think it's really going to deliver the full sort of iconic look for bald psychopath Randy Orton. I don't know how we haven't gotten this from Mattel. We haven't gotten it in a very long time. It could easily be an Ultimate, an Elite. It's very simple, too. It's very simple. It's actually one of the easiest things you could possibly do. Throw in the WWE Championship. It's a slam dunk pick. Look at that. Oh, hell yeah. We'll look at him closer to the end there. But there we go. We got Randall Keith. Dude, this is a banger episode. I don't care what you say, man. Leave a like on the video. If you are listening to this right now, please leave a like on the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Comment us something so you can get that random comment shout out. Now we are moving on to Cody Rhodes. And this is the first Ultimate Edition Cody Rhodes that had the oversized jacket. Now, you pull this off, man. man, you pull this off and you will see that they used weird formulas, and I'd like to do an adjustment here, but the formula they use for this guy is just crazy in comparison. But there's an extra Cody Rhodes jacket that we could use down the line, but this torso, man, they gave him the damn, like, Roddy Piper, Ric Flair style torso, but my man Lucian Figs had a cool idea that I think is going to work here, so I'm going to pop these hands out, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pop these hands out, because we're going to put the jacket hands in there. You guys remember when Cody Rhodes wore the short jacket? I think this made for a pretty cool fix-up, so we're going to head swap it as well, because I don't really care for this head sculpt, I don't think. Actually, or did I put this head sculpt on here? I think I put this on here, actually. So yeah, we are going to use that head sculpt, you dumb bum idiot. We're going to pop these arms out, because Ultimate Editions, as you know, that's what they do. And we are going to be putting the second Ultimate Edition jacket on there, but we are not going to leave it like this. Now, this could work for a cool little fix-up. You could put this on here and have, you know, the gold attire and it work. You could use that as an entrance duster if you wanted to, or you could use this as a, you know, similar to that Greatest Hits Ultimate. And actually, I don't know, that's not half bad, because it covers up the torso. I don't know, man, I kind of want to put the jacket arms on there, though. I don't want to put it like this, though. I kind of want to go what he did. Because I have so many of this jacket, I kind of like the idea. You see where the seam line is on this belt? So where this connects, he cut off right here, all the way around. And so when you put this on there, it looks like a jacket, like a typical entrance jacket, not a long, you know, robe in, you know, George Washington style. It's more of a, you know what, I'm doing it, I don't care. I don't know if this is probably the way he did it, but you can see he kind of came down this line right here, like this, and like cut down that seam. Again, I have no idea if this is how he did it, but I don't know, seems to be working. Dang, that was actually way simpler than I was expecting. That's pretty damn clean right there, man. Look at that. Now we have this extra nothingness. Flatten that out, make a goddamn magic carpet. I don't know what the hell I was about to say. Okay, so now we come right here, and you plop this on like this. If I can get it over the damn thing. Dude, if he swapped the torso and I didn't know, that would be shish. 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 Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, dude. We're cooking. Dude, I've been in my bag today, son. I know I didn't come up with this on my own, but dude, this looks sick. I'll show you guys the final product at the end. Alright, man, now we're getting into the China figure, and we're really talking about this head sculpt. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to add any eyeliner or mascara to this, and you can kind of see there, I mean, it's like they tried to put some sort of eyeliner on there, but I think if we tweak, what the hell are you talking about? If we take this paint here, and we paint over the lips, and give it that kind of darkish red, I think it'll improve the likeness just a hair, and we're going to look at it a little bit, and again, we're just going to take a look at it. We're going to put it on there, and if it looks like garbage, you know what, fine, whatever. I'm going to do my absolute damnedest to get this on film, but no promises. So yeah, basically just took my paintbrush, got in there as close as I possibly could, and got as much paint detail as I possibly could. And this actually turned out a lot better than I was expecting, man. So stay tuned for the final result of this China repaint. So we'll take a look at China in a moment, but now we move on to the SummerSlam Elite Austin. Now, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and switch the vest because I think it'll just be easy. We can switch this vest, and we can give him the accurate vest, and then we're going to paint this up to where it'll actually look like the vest he wore. He had the 316 and the red eyes on there, so we're going to add that in here, and hopefully it doesn't look like crap, and hopefully I can get it on film, man. I'm really bad about getting things on film because I want it to look good, you know? And it's difficult, man. Like, I love art, and I love doing all this stuff, but I wish I had an easier way of getting it on camera. If I was on my phone or something, it would probably be a lot easier. I could get a neck mount or something and get in there, or get some damn glasses or something, but this is the accurate vest. It doesn't have all the details I'd like. You know, in a perfect world, I'd repaint all my Austin vests and, you know, then maybe do something like that and get them all and just custom paint them and put them on the figures that we get, but we now have to add the 316 and the red eyes to this Austin, and I hope I don't know, man, I may have to reshape the eyes too, but let's get into that right now. So here we are painting the SummerSlam vest for Stone Cold. So I did reshape the eyes just a little bit. I did mess up the left one, so I had to clean it up a little bit here, but I just added a little bit of shape to the eyes. They had this little indentation at the top. Then I came back with the red, filled it in. It wasn't filled in all the way though, so you had a little bit of black border around here, and so I had to shape up both eyes on the inside to get that red look. Probably add sparkles later on, but then I had to come back at the top and add the 316, trying my best to match the exact font that was on the back of the vest, trying to get it center, things like that. that. And once I was done adding in the 316 with the silver, I did come back with some black, and I did shape up the numbers a little bit. Again, filming it is a little bit difficult, so if I don't get all of the clips in there, again, I'm trying to give you an idea of what I'm doing, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure that I do it accurately and make it look good. So if I don't include a clip, that is the reasoning for that. But if you make mess ups, man, that's the thing about customizing, is it doesn't always have to be perfect. You can come back with a toothpick with other paint, and you can adjust your work and make it look better and more accurate. So just remember that. Take your time with it. You know, put on a podcast, listen to some music, and just lock in, man. Take care of it. So we will take a look at the vest at the end, but now we move on to our bloody aura farming beast Austin right here. We're going to paint this face. Now, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully it turns out good, and hopefully I can get it on camera, but we do need to add the second knee brace in here, and again, I'll figure out that other part, but I'm going to add this knee brace on here, and now we're going to cut to me painting up this Austin. And after we cut to me painting up this Austin, we're going to cut to the finale where we showcase everything we've done today, and we will wrap it all up and, you know, review everything we've done. So here we are painting up the Royal Rumble 2001 Stone Cold Steve Austin face, and the reason it was already painted when the clip started is because I thought I was recording that whole entire time until I took a little break and I realized I wasn't filming, so I apologize for that. But here we are painting it up, you know, just adding layer by layer. I did use a mixture of different paints. I used some Ceramcoat Red, I used some fake blood, I used another sort of brand of fake blood, and then I used some I think it's Vallejo Art Red in there as well. It's just a mixture of different layers and stuff. You know, wherever the blood source is coming from, you know, in the middle, you want to keep that kind of puddling up effect in the middle and then kind of branch it out, have the dry streaks, things like that. And then at the end, I don't show it on camera, but I did add some gloss Mod Podge. And where it's supposed to be wet in the center, that's where I added it. And then you can add these tiny trails where the blood is falling down his face. And then you let the other parts dry because, you know, the blood dries to his face and it's matte. And so you don't have to worry about that, but you add that gloss in there and it really makes the realism of it. And I was pretty pleased with this process throughout. I thought that, you know, applying it layer by layer, letting it dry here and there, mixing in some fake blood, like Halloween blood, with some paint and everything, and just kind of, you know, cleaning your brush off in between layers and things like that. Very simple process, but I think the final result did work out well, and I was pretty proud of it. I think that, you know, everything came together nicely, and it worked out. All right, man, let's get into all these figures that we have done today, man. I think it was super successful. I'm pretty pleased with everything and the way that it came out. So let's get into it, man. Let's start things off with the Cody. Here it is again. I think it's Lucian Figs on Instagram is who I got this idea from, and I think it turned out pretty damn good. Jacket doesn't quite cover the torso, so he's got kind of like a crop top deal kind of going on. It's not, you know, the egregious, but I don't know. Maybe if I had a torso swapped with the other one, it would probably work a lot better, but it's not bad. It's not a bad little fix up here, everything like that. It does have the tattoo on the face, which I can't stand, but this is not a bad fix up whatsoever. I actually like this quite a bit. We also have the RVD here, which I think is fantastic. I think this is a perfect use of this Stone Cold Steve Austin body, especially with the smaller formula. This is perfect, man. Look at that. It looks like a classic RVD. Now, is the shirt perfect? No, I would prefer a different shirt probably, but as a, you know, just a makeshift fix-up or something you want to do for your RVDs if you have the parts laying around, I think this works pretty good, man. Not too bad right here. I like it, and I love the RVD hands with no hand tape. I think that looks super sick, so kind of have that going on. I like this. Again, just, I don't want this for Stone Cold, man, so I think turning this into this works, and maybe you could probably think of some other guys. If you can think of another fix-up we can do with that, let me know down below. But we also have our Psychopath Bald Orton, which I think looks sick as hell. Black and silver gear, and then you have these hands. The signature hands with no tape just fits this so well, man. He looks like he is going to kill you. I mean, that's basically what he looks like, man. So, really dig the Randy Orton. I would love to see Mattel do this, and it just writes itself. This is such a layup, man. The basket's wide open. Shoot the damn ball. Then we have our Brock Lesnar here. Again, look at the torso. Clean as a whistle. New head sculpt for BEW. Chef's kiss. Love this. He also did that Randy Orton sculpt, which I do love, so this is easy money right here. We love to see that Brock Lesnar. We also have the China, which I only did the lips here, but I think it did insinuate it, man. I think it made it better. I think this looks fantastic. I don't know what it is, but it added a little bit more likeness. Am I tripping? Mattel, take notes, man. You need to add the lip color, the face makeup, stuff like this, man. It really brings the figure to life. So I think that looks pretty damn good. I would love to know what you guys think about that one. Then we have the Triple H here. Again, the knee brace is so much better now. I can actually bend the knee without it popping out, which I do like. These new knee braces, I don't mind the sculpt, even if it's not perfect, but I still think that, yeah, I mean, now it's maybe a little loose, but I could slide that up. It's just, this allows for a much better version of the character there. So, there you go. We've seen that Triple H a bunch, but that's not too bad right there. And I don't mind the off balance because the knee brace kind of makes up for it. So, Triple H, I think, turned out pretty nice. I know not the most exciting, but still something I wanted to do. And then we have the main event, which is all of our Stone Cold Steve Austins. These turned out great, man. As my second favorite wrestler of all time, this is absolutely brilliant. We have the upgraded Monday Night Wars here with the bigger formula, the Elite 122. He's got the bigger arms and everything. Shirt looks great. This turned out fantastic, man. Fantastic Stone Cold right there. Hit and run victim Austin here with the baseball jersey, the camo hat, camo jacket, necklace. Got the jeans in there. Excellent again, just a nice little fix-up Austin there for our timeline. Then we have our accurate vest Stone Cold, which looks very damn good. Here is a final shot of the back of the figure there. Got the red eyes, got the 316 in there. Absolute money. I think this turned out perfect, man. God, you got a little something special going on there, Stone Cold. That looks pretty damn good, so I like that. I love the new formula. The legs are still loose, which I'm going to have to fix or something, but I love all these new Austins we're getting with the upgraded formula. Absolutely terrific. And to finalize this video, we have our 2001 Royal Rumble. We have our 2001 Royal Rumble Aura Austin here in the corner, and that looks pretty damn good. It's not perfect. I would like to see maybe a little bit better likeness, maybe, like, look at that right there. He's kind of staring down there. Yeah, that's pretty damn sick, though, man. I like that. I like that. I added a little bit of gloss Mod Podge in there to bring that out, but that looks pretty damn good to me. Now, of course, you got to take the vest off, and again, he had different things going on. Like, he had some blood on his torso, and his arms, and hands, and legs, and he had a knee wrap on his left knee, but I still think it turned out great. Oh, man, that is just excellent. So, need to just set up a whole damn Stone Cold Steve Austin deep display, but that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, man. We had a great action figure surgery, great return of surgery. Long video, I'm assuming that we're going to have a very long video here, so hopefully you guys did enjoy it. But before we get out of here, let's get into our random comment shout out here. And this shout out is going to go to Eva's or Ava's 5281. And this is in reference to our news video yesterday. If you guys missed our news video from yesterday, go check that one out. But it says Logan is the Cleveland gear, Rhea is a re-release, CM Punk is WrestleMania gear. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. We'll have to wait and see. But I would love to see an Elite Logan Paul Elite in the Cleveland Browns gear. I would love to see the Elite 117 Rhea. That's kind of what we anticipated to be the Rhea, and then CM Punk is the WrestleMania gear. So you're pretty much telling me we're getting an updated CM Punk in the yellow trunks from the All-Stars Elite is kind of what you're saying. So that would actually make for a pretty cool figure. Not bad, man. Not bad. But nonetheless, man, that is going to pretty much wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.